past with Viper, he'd think his drafting was the best, then he starts to lose games, and all of a sudden there's question marks, right? Remember, we used to applaud players. Oh, like, you know, they picked this Civilization 5th, what a genius! Well, then they lose with the Civ, and suddenly it's a completely different thinking. We are into it, second semifinal here in London. Who will join Leary in the final? And Viper is so happy to be here, came through the replacement qualifier, looking to continue some epic chapters in his journey here. And he's gone for the Japanese against Hera's Tatars.
Hera already showed us some really good games there with Tatars. Is scouting into the wrong direction, so will take him some time to confirm the archer range, while Viper is scouting on the higher end here. This will be interesting. Japanese, well, you don't really have any bonuses when it comes to building lumber camps. He's not going for infantry. He's mainly counting on his fishing bonus here.
Yeah, fishing bonus. Also, I don't think there's as much in the way of food to fish on this generation because the middle pond is quite small.
Yeah, that's true. What a weird generation, right? 4 deep fish only?
Yeah.
That's not a lot.
It's not a lot, and that would hurt the Viper, obviously. The thing is, even beyond the fish, I like Japanese in a Cav Archer war. They have that +2 attack versus other Cav Archers. So maybe Viper's plan, play in towards Cav Archers against Hera. Hera's picked this Civ and played Cav Archers consistently all tournament.
Yeah, and is now following this up with a stable. So will be archers plus scouts. Does not want to get surprised by too many archers. Maybe some skirmishes mixed in by the Viper. Now confirms the dock.
Yeah, good scouting from both players trying to get warmed up here. There's a live crowd who's ready to go off at any moment. Viper said he could very much hear the crowd. And, you know, they're going to hear the crowd right now, in fact. And it definitely plays its role. When people get excited, they know that there's a reason for it. And here comes Viper. I think Hera has missed those 3 archers. I think he's expecting the archers to be behind that spearman at the moment.
I quickly want to talk to that, though. He hears that something is happening with the crowd, right? He's not hearing, like, oh, by the way, he's going archers. It's just like he's feels the excitement of the crowd.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. There's going to be some excitement here. Both players know. Both players are aware. Hera should also be a little confused. If Viper's going tower and there's just one archer there, there should be a reason for it. So as Viper loses an archer and a spearman, Hera's now under pressure. But Viper, can he get the damage here? He's not actively microing right now.
Villagers, oh, can't even squeeze through from the other side. Low HP villager, not getting punished. Viper, does he finish him off? No.
Lots of damage control on the other side for Viper to start the semifinal. Both players are going at it. Hera also added scouts very early, and Hera is through the wall as well. The extra military from Hera panning out so far. He's 4 OKD. It's going to be 5 OKD for Hera.
And he's still in. This could be more villager kills. He's actually microing back a bit further up the hill while he's clearing up Viper's army at the front.
Oh, disastrous start for Viper. This is not what he wanted. This is the perfect start for Hera. Hera will clear this up. My goodness, 10-1 KD.
Incredible, and he keeps on aggressing. Viper, this is a rough start for him into the set. Hera with the absolute dream stats. 2 military against 13.
Yeah, I mean, you just have to go back in time here and hope things go differently for Viper. There's not too much more you could do against this. This is just a dominant performance from Hera. And it's just the difference in damage control, right? They both had army at the other's base. Hera was able to continue moving and find some damage. This is the big thing that keeps Viper closer in the game. The fishing ship's there. But he needs some army right now. He just needs archers back home. For me, Viper very late to that second archer range. When he starts to take that damage, maybe he didn't have the resources. But I would like to see a little bit more army here. And the army is through again. Viper can't quick wall it. More villagers going down.
Oh man, and that's uphill fighting now against those units again. Hera is just trying to buy himself more time while he's waiting for another army to arrive. Viper tries to intercept this, but this could be another Deadville.
Yeah, it is. I mean, Hera's army's already got so much value. He's got another army coming in now. Honestly, the incredible thing about Hera's play as well is that he's also still consistently pressuring Viper on the water. So he hasn't killed everything there, but it's not like Viper has that water unchecked. Hera should, you'd expect, have good economy behind this as well. We don't look back at Hera's eco much because the fights are in the opponent's base right now, but you'd expect him to transition nicely into farms.
And we know from Viper that he likes to stay into game number 1 a bit longer, just to get a feel for the stage, for the crowd, for the game, get a bit acclimated. But you're so far behind, this isn't pretty, right? You're giving more time to your opponent to also get into the perfect rhythm.
Yeah, I mean, I can kind of understand the argument for Viper. You stay in the game, obviously try and stabilize it. But yeah, Hera's not going to complain about feeling like he's in the lead even longer. And for those that watched the first semifinal, you might have missed it because it was so dominant. Sometimes the goal here for Hera is to you never let Viper get that feel for the series, right? You hit him so fast that before Viper wakes up, he's already 2-0 or 3-0 down. I felt like Sebastian really performed his best at game 4 at the first semifinal. By then, it felt like it was a little too late. Dream start for Hera here, Nilly.
Yeah, and it was like all coming back to like the super early dog, right? It felt like, okay, super aggressive opening by Hera. Viper, again, trying to cut some corners, trying to go defensively.
Yeah.
But then I think the tower needed to be up a bit earlier because he had to invest 2 military units to let the tower go up.
Strategically, and this is just all game theory, of course, but if you're going for the dog and your opponent is not, I feel like, if anything, you should keep your army at home and hold, because you will be investing into an eco lead that your opponent doesn't have, and then you protect yourself. But yeah, I think he really just got called out. The tower was there. It's not like he was planning to not have defense. He also was walling the back of his base, but Hera got there just half a second faster. So it's just the timings from Hera, and the timings are going to continue to get even better for him here. 10 seconds away from Castle Age upgrades. He will get Thumb Ring instantly upon reaching Castle Age with Crossbow, and these things are going to fire so quickly.
That will be tricky for Viper to hold this one off. And the tower not protecting this one too well. Viper is taking a small pause, maybe feeling like, well, this is unfair how quickly you are in Castle Age.
I doubt that's it. We can't see what they said because it is paused right now. Absolutely. Viper says the sorry go, and we're back into it here. But Viper's got a lot of work to do. 55 seconds till he's in Castle. Hera even still has those scouts out there. And Viper hoping for tower defense. He knows he is really far behind. He's going to try everything he can here, just in case there's a chance.
At a town center behind, indeed. And now we see 4 scouts trying to find some damage. Should be one dead villager. Viper is trying to rush out the tower, but has to be looking elsewhere. He's trying to make a counterattack happen at the same time. He knows he needs to take some risks.
Yeah, the counterattack at the same time, it means you'll lose more vills, but you kind of need to do it, because otherwise you're never going to catch up to this guy. And Hera is just simply going to punish him even harder here. Oh, this is hard to watch, Nilly. This is hard to watch. Viper's losing his whole wood line. His army on the front. Can it do something here? He will find Hera's army. Hera doesn't have the numbers for it just yet.
And this one needs to kill 20 villagers. 13 archers, 1 skirmishers, and a dream. He's getting the upgrades, but Hera is building the defensive tower himself, has the defensive town center already, is not taking this fight. This is the right direction by Hera.
Very hard for Viper to push in here with that town center there as well. Any direction he chooses, he will run into some structure fire, and Hera is just being patient with his numbers. He is still producing. He will get some numbers to deal with that. Still has his army in Viper's base. Still not a lot that Viper can really do about it. Viper is finding some damage there. But Hera knows what the damage that he did is usually enough, and Viper's losing even more villagers. He can't take his resources, Mem. Or not Mem,
the other Mem. Yeah, and Hera is doing all the right things, right? Playing both sides to perfection. It reminds me a bit of myself when I'm going to Microsoft and telling them, oh, by the way, pathfinding is really fixed. And then go to the other side and tell the community, yeah, we are working on pathfinding. You don't complain.
Oh, wow. Nilly, pathfinding always on his mind here, it seems. Actually, didn't you have someone at the little meet and greet earlier bring up pathfinding?
Oh, yeah, I actually got a compliment. Thanks, Mom.
Oh, man. The crossbow's moving around. Viper's army still has not been dealt with. Hera does have ballistics to match Viper's ballistics, and Hera's still lacking the numbers here. This is the last chance for Viper. Let's see what the micro looks like.
Tries to dive up, and this is Tatar's not on the hill. He's trying to dive for the army and then try to clear up the villagers, but Hera is making something great happen here with the stance.
Yeah, and he's got great upgrades, Nilly. He's going to have full armor here. His units are just going to scale so much better, and Viper does tap out. Game 1, a forgettable Game 1 for Viper. The positive is that it was over very quickly, and so I think that he could say, we just got to play a slightly better early game, and then we're truly gaming.
But the scoreboard doesn't forget.
Yeah.
It is now 1-0 for Hera in what you felt like would be a series where Viper needs to play his very best in every single game to put himself into the perfect positioning to maybe get the shot at the finals. And this one, sadly, wasn't it for him yet.
Yeah, and again, there were some questions because we're so used to Hera being so dominant coming into this. It's a bit weird, but because we didn't see him yesterday, even though he deserved that bye, it was like we didn't have more evidence of Hera's dominance, right? And we remembered some of those games that he dropped in group stage, but This is what Hera's all about, and this is where it all started.
And losing that archer for free, basically, right? How much did he do? Like 3-4 damage?
Yeah, but the thing is, like, the second you lose that archer and that spearman, and you're taking pressure, I think you need immediate counterplay. And it kind of felt like Viper was more focused on trying to get the walls down than he was microing those archers. The fact that Viper only killed like 1 unit at Hera's base with those 3 archers against nothing was really painful there.
Yeah, really nice play there for Hera. Just kept on producing, then got the scouts out, and Viper only now adding the archer range. Look at that. But he's 13-2 military behind.
Yeah, there's some worrying signs here to start it off for Viper. But I think I truly felt, because sometimes the casters will talk when we're not on mic. After what, game 3 yesterday against Yo, I looked at Dave and I was just thinking, this is Yo's series. And Viper turned it around and won like 3 straight after that. And he just locked back in. So that's what you're hoping for if you're Viper. Lock back in. What type of map are you thinking about here for Viper? I know he's got some options. Is there anyone that speaks to you more than others here?
Well, it just feels like the pure, straight-up fight maps is something where we feel it should be
That's
bit better.
That was what it looked like watching Viper's population go down. Or I guess we were going up. Hera's population go up.
The sinking ship of Viper there with Riley as the captain.
Oh man, Viper. Understand it's a best of 7, and as I consistently say, anytime it's a big name, you're not going to beat the biggest names with a sweep, right? You're going to lose some games. So that's at least what I would tell myself. I'd be like, listen, you're going to lose some games against the better players. I keep telling myself that once they're winning 2-0, and then eventually they win 3-0, and then 4-0.
Then you say, okay, there's a lower bracket. You can't always win it throughout the winner bracket.
And then I say, hey, I hope there's another land so I can pass soon. So that's pretty much how it goes for me. But
you asked me about what map we want to see, right?
Yeah.
I think something really slow would be good. I think something like Loch Ness would be good. Honestly, like Blue Wells would be a complete shift of speed. I think that's what I would like to see. Yeah, it is theoretically on the side of Hera's home maps, but we are so deep with best of 7 out of 11 maps, it doesn't really matter whose home map it is.
I hope that Viper has a good Sid pick for Blue Wells, because losing game 1 Japanese when you have Blue Wells available feels really, really weird to me.
That's so weird, right? I also thought Japanese would be for Blue Wells.
Yeah.
Dravidians were really good on it as well, but that's banned actually from the Viper.
If I would have had a guess there based on the Civ, I would have said that Viper would have gone Huns in the previous map, played Japanese on Blue Wells. But Viper might be cooking. Could go Wu there. Wu were pretty good when adding the docks and adding the ships and playing in towards some Jean Swordsman, but where do you think Hera plays Bengalis? It's an interesting Civ pick for Hera. He played it before. I think he played it on Henchhold before. Yeah.
Correct. And now next map will be indeed Henchhold, so it could be Bengalis. We're starting on a small elevation, fighting for some wars in the center. Berries surrounding all the base.
And then there's a bunny in the middle.
Happy Easter.
Yeah, I really like the little Easter edition here on the Easter Sunday. Who do we know anybody who's involved in making that decision happen, Nili?
Maybe someone great had some ideas.
Maybe someone standing to my left?
Maybe perhaps.
Oh, that'd be interesting. We'll have to ask him later. Viper's decision is Henchhold. Every time we've seen Viper play this map, it feels like it's been lots of army, humans, I think twice this tournament, maybe even 3 times. All the games might blend together. Viper is going to mix it up, and Viper's going to go Mapuche here. Now they're moving to the middle. There's boars in the middle. Viper has been found by the scouts, and notably, the Champy is slower than the scouts. So Viper trying to do the same thing to Hera. Viper gets the quick wall, though, and he saves the villager.
Heavy losses on HP there. Viper can't really move that villager away. Now sending a second one in. There are 2 boars in the middle that they're contesting for.
Wow.
We see Hera going for the stable.
Now, can that villager ever go home? Because I have a feeling that Hera is not going to want that villager to ever survive. One hit and that villager goes down.
I think that one might be building 4 houses.
Yeah, seriously.
And then try to move out later.
Yeah, Viper dropping another barracks here. This is not the first time we've seen it, but it is still a surprise to me. There were some heavy, heavy nerfs to the Champies. So let's see what Viper's got cooked up here, and will Hera spot it? You start with 1 barracks. Hera will scout it now, and he sees it's 2. Oh, and he quick walls, and the scout goes down.
Let's quickly remind ourselves, Mapuche, they are not only collecting the berries faster, but they are also... Oh, that was the first engagement there, and an incredible quick wall. Mapuche's berries also last longer.
Interesting, interesting. You know, I forgot about the berry bonus. Honestly, I was just thinking about the champions, just thinking about some of the units that you can make. So both these civilizations have a berry bonus. For the Franks, they take in the berries faster. Hera's got the scouts here, and everyone out there who plays this game should know how deadly the Frank scout rush is. It's not the best scout rush in the game anymore, but it's such an easy civ to play, and you think that doesn't matter at the highest level, but it does.
And now he can, out of those settlements, actually build some spearmen here for the defense. Villagers are trying to micro back, so this could be nice, right? He can keep up the champion production for the aggression. Some spearmen here out for the defense.
Is he actually making the spearmen out of the settlement, or is he doing it out of the barracks? Technically, you can do it out of the settlement. There's the spearman! That's crazy! Oh my god! Oh my god!
The jump pop one out as well!
That was so
He's
sick!
getting so much done while Hera is coming out with crazy quick walls at home, though.
Yeah, but I think Viper takes that, though. I think Viper takes that. He clears out the scouts. Viper is using every single bonus for this civilization. Hera has kept himself safe. I do want to just point out a tiny thing. You start with a lot more than, like, 7 on wood. Hera had 5 for a while, so he actually pulled villagers off an entire lumber camp to go super heavy on the berries. And because he did that, he's on the way to Castle Age.
Absolute madness. On the other side, 70 food for the Viper, right? And that will take some time. Only now the market, he will get the bad news, sees that stone is already sold, food is already bought, and knows, okay, Hera, you're cooking something up.
Yeah, absolutely. And Hera's base is pretty walled up. I think there's a very good chance there's a hole in the very north, but Viper isn't really exploring that.
Bad house.
Yeah, Hera will need to drop a house there at some point. Hera's pretty safe here. Viper's got a lot of work to do. But for now, yeah, balancing out the resources. Nilly, what's the unit choice here for Viper? He's made 5 champions, but is that just to respect that people typically go archers on the map, or is that his main army?
Maybe Chumpy, Pikemen, maybe Siege Workshop in the middle. Monks could certainly be an option, but he's so open right now. This will be tricky, right?
Yeah.
If Knights are coming around, they should be fighting a lot of damage. Impossible that Viper is walled everywhere perfectly.
Yeah, again, credit to Hera again for that quick wall there. Unfortunately, Hera is being attacked by wolves. We'll keep you updated on that.
T90, woo!
But yeah, I think Hera was caught a little bit off guard by the Civ pick. And people just aren't used to the spearmen out of the settlements there yet. That was so nice from Viper.
Nice timing there for sure. Gets another hit off, but needs to wall off. Like the left-hand side, right? Or the right-hand side as well.
Yeah, agreed. Agreed. I think have a spearman there and you should be walling.
Oh,
man.
low HP builds from earlier.
Weak villagers. Weak villagers. Viper loses the villager. Nilly, am I being critical, or should that villager always be near the TC?
Always at home, or walled in the wood line, something like that, right? It's just against Hera, he will not forget that there was a villager low.
Yeah, but also, like, scouts are always faster than spearmen. Those villagers are far away from the town center. Typically, you put those weak villagers on the farm. So in the end, Hera gets the eco kill. And Hera's in Castle Age faster. We'll see what he wants to do with it. Looks like he's believing in the Knights, and that will force Viper into the pikeman routes.
So many spearmen here in the queue. Obviously, those settlements are a big bonus, and therefore, those spearmen produce significantly slower.
Yeah, and there is our spearman. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! No! Get away!
Bringing more.
Is he? I think he's trying to save.
Oh,
the poor
he's
guy.
actually. I think he's going for the drop-off.
Is he doing the wolf rush here?
I think he's wolf rushing. Oh, I thought he tried to go in there.
He wolf rushed himself. Woo woo woo! All right, well, Hera, that's actually a good play. Take the wolves to Viper right now. Viper could have some issues. Viper continues to have some issues. Yes, technically you can make spearmen to counter this here, but the scouts are still faster, and Hera is just on the prowl constantly.
Great job there. 3 kills already when it comes to villagers, and if
what
he's
a
saving those knights.
crazy
oh,
saves
God.
as well.
And he has his monastery with the monk prepared already.
I'm just looking at this right now, and it really feels as Hera goes back in, snipes a weak villager on the farm that he's gone in for 3 or 4 times this game. This is not looking good for Viper. We still don't have the pikeman upgrade. He's gone for the chompy upgrade, but he's wide open against raids. Hera's completely walled. This game is 5 times harder for the Viper right now.
Yeah, and monastery far in the back as well, right? So even that push won't be that easy. He is trying to go for more raids here, is Hera. How long are we staying on knights? Is there an option that Hera is switching away from them?
I think the longer that you could just keep Viper back at home, the longer you can play knights. The second Viper starts to pressure, you need to switch. Franks do have rare good longswordsmen. I think playing longswords out of that one barracks is realistic. Also, I don't mind mixing in 4 or 5 monks against this composition. You're already making monks to get relics. You're already making some monks
The hole that
to heal
we
up.
saw earlier. The Champi are coming in. And Hera will have no idea that this is an option.
No, he won't. No, he won't. And as these Champies get in, Hera's probably going to hear the crowd scream as well. These villagers are going to go down. There was a perfect start for Hera. What has gone wrong?
But how many villagers are dying? So far, not a single villager died. 3 of them are super low HP.
Yeah, the Champi, I don't know if Squires is in or if they're just super slow. It's hard to get the gauge. A couple of villagers go down. This does allow Viper to push out a little bit, though, and push through the middle of the map.
So, quote-unquote, only 2 dead villagers.
Yeah, only 2 dead vills. Lots of idle time for Hera, of course. Hera is not as heavy on berries anymore. He's completely run dry. He's got 7 on food. That is primarily farmers at the moment. And Viper's still got the settlements all over the berries. Look at worker efficiency last minute, the bottom right. 74% for Viper, 59% for Hera.
Topple Monastery against mass infantry push. When have we ever seen this? Now, some deletes here. The Viper, he wants to take the engagement.
Does he, though? I think he's just realizing now how many conversions could come in. He converts the Knight, though. Convert the Knight and delete if you're Viper. The Knight comes back. Now Viper will stack up and try and engage. His units get stuck on a unit that was converted here. How does this fight go, Nilly?
Oh, this is impossible to call. It feels like the Monks are getting the conversions and now getting back. But Pikemen apparently are countering Knights.
Yeah, Pikemen counter Knights. We've all known that for years. The Pikemen move in, and Viper is right back in the game. And it's this combo. You have the Champies to raid and to kill the Monks, and you have the Pikemen to clear out the Knights.
But he's not really breaking in now, right? This is still, okay, you clear out the army, but you're not really doing any eco damage. I think Viper's next step needs to be a siege workshop.
Hera will plug up the hole. Hera will drop a town center in the back there. Hera does need to keep these units out. He can easily do that, though. There's no ranged units there for Viper. Hera happy to hold, defends very nicely. Still hasn't taken any critical eco damage.
I love those 2 scouts. I think their main task was to intercept the villager building the siege workshop, but the villager didn't come.
Yeah, that or any monks that Viper might send forward. This is where it gets really tricky in Viper's situation, because you're just running into walls, and you want to keep moving different directions. Here's another look at the fight. In the end, I think Viper killing those monks was so critical here. He pulled 3 units to kill the monks, so they couldn't stand and heal the Knights.
Well, mainly the Pikemen were fighting.
Yeah, it was really well played. I think Hera expected to win that fight. I think he took that. We've seen that many times before, him using Knights and Monks against infantry and beating the Pikemen.
Just imagine, like,
units get in again. Viper's through into the back. Hera needs to switch, but he's just making Monks with the Franks.
That might not be enough against Champi. Yeah, you don't have the reversion notices like Eagles, but maybe something like Scorpions or CA could have been an option.
Yeah.
Then
Hera,
you're playing to the strength of the Franks.
Yeah, absolutely. The strength of the Franks, it has a nice ring to it. I think Longsword is an option. I think even, like, weirdly enough, like mixing in some Cav Archers or something long-term could be an option, or at least short-term. But Viper, beautiful recovery, and Hera is just struggling to keep up with the numbers right now.
Viper's pushing for this. Military slight advantage. Villagers surprisingly close after all those great raids that Hera delivered. Will clear this one up, but more work efficiency lost for Hera.
Yeah, Hera lost a lot of vills this game now, Nilly. It's been 9 villagers, now 10 villagers lost. He also doesn't have that big Knight mass that he had before. He will clear this up after losing another villager, but Viper building his second town center. It will be very even here. 65 population versus 67 at the moment.
Look at that perfect one. Next to berries, close to the wood, gold and stone. It's a dream of a town center.
Yeah, now eco upgrades not so dreamy for Viper. I think he's been all in for a while, and it's hard to switch out of that state.
Rush.
The wolves that Hera brought to his own base. Woo 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 woo. No way, dude. That's horrible. He might lose another one, probably not, but my God. You did that to yourself, Hera.
I think he wanted to own the Viper by luring more wolves in there against the trap. That's a lot of monks against though, and now the HP upgrade in the queue.
Yeah, and I don't like using pikemen against monks. They do very little damage, and now the pikemen are out of the picture. Suddenly Hera might be interested in taking the fight. But I guess now if the monks have wasted their conversions, the Champies can go in, and now Hera's out of position. Can Viper get the monks?
I don't think so. It's too close to the town center.
Nice
Maybe
block.
he can get 1-2. We have perfect body block there by the Knight from Hera.
Yeah, and they back up. Monks for Viper are still out there. Man, what a game. Again, just wondering, Hera's options here. There is a unit you don't see that frequently, and Hera's got stone to get to it. If he can get to a castle, throwing Axeman should be sick against this military from Viper.
Would completely destroy it. Absolutely true. By the way, Mapuche, another bonus that we didn't really talk about is more HP for your infantry. In Castle Age, 10% extra HP. Really nice in those fights.
Yeah. Wait, so 65 HP is more?
That's more than a normal pikeman.
Well, he initially clicked the Champion Warrior, so that was my question there, but maybe I misjudged it. Viper's got some holes in his walls, and Viper's got this continuous issue where he can't get through into Hera's base. Hera's always got the defense. Viper's base is super exposed now. Can he quick wall at all? He's got no army back at home. Nice quick walls from Viper. He can actually still take these resources as well.
And now he can produce pikemen out of all those 3-4 settlements that we have here for the potential defense.
Yeah, but there's big fights. There's conversions you need to focus on. Nice job from Viper so far, not to lose the Vils. Hera is banking up the stone. Hera is on 3 town centers. Can Hera be broken here? Can Viper keep his monks alive?
Seems like the jump is happening here. Goes for another patrol. Monks are exposed. I think Viper needs to take this engagement, but he's not decimating the monk numbers. Hera's playing beautifully when it comes to monk micro.
Yeah, it really is. And Franks are one of the worst monk civs in the game, but a monk's a monk. He gets the job done. And now with Viper not having his own monks, it could be a problem. That could have been a problem for Viper. Quick wall's on full display, but still, everywhere you look, there's exposed villagers. That's the difference. He simply needed to wall up as he was being aggressive.
Pike numbers not high enough here. Barry's really exposed. I would be surprised if Hera is not punishing this. It's still a so incredibly open map for Mapuche that don't have the greatest mobility.
Oh man, that's a lot of villagers on the berries there as well, and Hera sees it. He might patrol right on through. As he goes by, he knows there's conversions coming in. Viper will try and block him off there, but Hera just does a little drive-by kill, gets away with the Knights again.
Do we have Arson, by the way? Because
I'm not sure.
Pressuring this area quite a bit and get the confirmation. Arson is in. Maybe that came in when we were looking at a highlight. Felt like the buildings could have done down easier though. Conversions are still happening, and I think he got quite a bit again.
Yeah, he does get the conversions. That's a lot of monks right there. And we don't have a stat in Capture Age that keeps track of how much healing has happened, but there's been a lot.
Yeah.
And for Viper, he's hoping for conversions, but a lot of the time he's not even getting them. So a lovely play from Hera, more champions being converted. At this rate, Nilly, there's a very solid chance that when the game ends, the Capture Age dropdown is going to put champions in Hera's top 3 created military unit.
Very likely, right? He's mainly going knights right now, some monks behind this, and Champi maybe third. Let's take a look at this engagement. Again, diving for the monks.
Yeah, just this never-ending cycle for Viper where he has to chase knights, and the knights are just so damn fast, and Hera knows it, and the clock is ticking economically because Hera's banking up the stone. Viper's still chasing. If Hera drops a castle soon, we might see one of my favorite units of all time, the Throwing Axeman.
But look at the stone count of the Viper. It might be 2 castles, each player going for 1, and then we could go for Kona. Not the greatest unit in this situation, having another cavalry.
Well, yeah, it's also hard to make a switch, right? You've gone for infantry the whole game. Switching into some other type of unit could be very difficult. There goes Viper with the villagers. You're right. It's going to be a castle from Viper. He needs it. He wants it on the front. Can he get that castle up on the front? Hera, that's his castle on the front. And Viper patrols in. I don't know if Viper has enough if Hera gets the walls down.
This could be the game-ending fight, but Hera doesn't even want to take it. Moves away with the knights, takes half of a fight while he accepts that all his monks are dying. Walled off his castle, which will go up.
It's the right move from Viper. You just got to keep going. You're behind. You can't stop that castle. You have to go for a castle forward somewhere. There he goes. But Viper is going to be spotted by Hera. Hera says, hold up. I have a market. I could buy more. And Hera wins 2 straight. And it was just beautiful defense this game with the economy set up, the walls, and the micro with the knights on the front. He was just so annoying.
The healing, incredible, right? How you always pulled back the low HP knights. There's so many conversions. I want to see that number. When did we ever see like Franks getting more than 20 conversions in a game?
Yeah, I think he had 14 champions in that game.
Really?
And it was 27 conversions.
27.
Hera has been one of the most outspoken players against monks being OP for a long time. And there have been some nerfs to the monks because of many people complaining. Was it worth going devotion there if you're Viper? Like, I don't think I've ever researched devotion against Franks, but with 27 conversions, it's probably a good decision.
This was already nice preparation here by Hera. Wanted to intercept this. Obviously, the Chumpy can't really do too much. Incredible save by the Viper.
Yeah.
That he does not lose this villager here is just madness.
The thing about the statement there, incredible save by the Viper, it's absolutely true. We got to give him credit for it, but we were in a state of the game where he needed to go for a save 30 seconds in, right? And I feel like that is already kind of a sign that things did not go according to plan. Here, the only real damage that Hera took was because he had a hole in a wall.
Yeah.
And realistically, I think that Hera will probably not have another hole in the wall. Viper tried something different there. I could see the game theory behind it with the Spearman, but Frank's super smooth and super easy to play, especially good if you want to play in towards Cav. And Hera said, I'm not going to make another unit. I'm just going to play Cav, Monks to support. This is another overchop, but yeah, this has been all Hera so far.
Let's also discuss a bit the approach against Monks, maybe after you talk about this fight.
Yeah, I mean, it was a big fight, but you could tell Hera's like completely fine with every aspect of this. He was not worried. That castle went up because he did an incredible job at keeping Viper in his base. So is Riley just staring down our guests right now? What's happening?
The bouncer?
I don't know. He's intimidating people. I think we might have people leave.
Is he about to sing like the AoE anthem?
I have no clue what this is. But I hope he can hear us. And Riley, if you can hear us, blink twice. Nope, he can't hear
blinking.
us.
He
No
can't
blinking.
hear us.
Wow. So we could say anything we want.
And talking about the Monks, right? If you play against Monks, with Monks, the easiest thing is if one unit is running at you, you right-click it, you convert it.
Yeah.
It gets trickier if you have 5 Monks and 5 units are running at you, and you can convert them. But that's manageable. The worst thing is if you have like 20 Monks, 20 units are coming at you, and you have to do that over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And Viper, it felt like small armies came at him, and then bigger armies. But it was always like the wave, and it was not this one decisive fight. He always gave the Monks enough time to heal, enough time to regain their faith, and that's why we saw so many conversions. Maybe falling back and making one major push with Siege could have been an option.
Well, so Siege is the big thing. I always say you got to force fights. You got to force fights. That way Hera can't wait for the Monks to regenerate. You can't wait for the Knights to heal up. And Siege workshop there, Nilly. You add in 2 Rams with that army. Hera at least gets punished if he moves
Look
forward.
at those two.
So as we see,
Jaguar Warrior.
we see a Jaguar
Did he
warrior.
get a heart?
He had a heart in his hands, and they have helmets.
Was that Sebastian?
No, that was Heart. That's Heart, and that's Eagle Warrior guy who doesn't have his head on right now because it probably got really itchy or something. They look amazing, by the way. But no, you need Siege there to force the fight, to circle back to what we were saying. And I think that's what Viper's been lacking so far, is a way to force the fights against Hera. But Loch Ness now, this is what you thought Viper should have gone to for Game 2. He can slow it down, be more methodical. This has been a weak map for Hera. I remember the ladder qualifier. He did not enjoy this map. I think it ended up being a ban for him. I remember losing him I can't speak. Got distracted by the crowd. Hello, crowd.
Leon, caster and tournament host.
Amazing.
Just below us.
Amazing. Yeah, Viper also lost to Yo. Not Viper. Hera already lost to Yo.
In the Saracen versus Hans game, right?
Yeah.
Where the stone walls were played, and now Wu are being put out here.
Oh. I like Wu here a lot. I like Wu here, but for Hera, he should have some solid civilizations on the other side, and he should have a solid approach. And this is where Hera's going to go Bengalis. So Hera is already 2 games up on Viper here in the semifinal. He is already 2 villagers up in this game because of picking the Bengalis.
And we see a man-at-arm opening by the Viper. He wants to be the aggressor. On the other side, Hera, he keeps 4 villagers on gold. Could be an archer range defense. Is sending some spearmen over himself. The men-at-arms are coming over. Does Hera spot this? Viper tries to force this engagement and denies the scout, but Hera with a spearman. That spearman should get a medal. Yeah,
spearman gets a medal. But Scout is going to get a medal as well on Viper's side there. He wins the 50-50, and he needed something, Nilly. I think that Scout's going to lead to a lot of confidence to scout the other areas of the map. And what it means is Hera can't see the follow-up. Hera can't necessarily know, is it 1 or 2 docks from Viper? Is it any docks from Viper? Will it be an archer range? Hera's got to move forward here to get that information.
One villager exposed on the left-hand side. Is Hera looking at this? Pulls the villager away. Nice move. Archer from the right-hand side should be ready for the defense.
Now, against any other Civ,
Oh boy.
Hera's going to go for a trap. Hera's going to go for a trap, and he traps Viper game 3. Viper just didn't expect it, and for years, Viper did this to everybody. Hera's like, how does it taste? That is disgusting.
And we said the aggression coming from Viper. Those men-at-arms won't find any damage.
Oh man, oh man. I mean, I have at least 5 memories of Viper during his reign doing this to Hera. And oh man, that's so good. And it just completely eliminates the game plan from Viper. The whole positive that I was about to talk about, the reason you pick the Wu, your men-at-arms regenerate. They can take a little bit of damage, but they'll always go full HP. Hera waits for the last second there, sets it up.
Also incredible that he takes the stone gate, right? Some people go for the palisade gate there at the top. That could be broken with 3 men-at-arms, but the stone gate, no chance.
Yeah, now Hera, he actually adds scouts with the archers. He's expecting big army follow-up. No big army follow-up from Viper. Viper is hoping that the Navy can hold the middle, and he's already built the market. So the plan for Viper, I think, is Castle Age here.
Is he that greedy? Is he that greedy? Don't tell me he's trying to get Castle Age without any land military. Tristan,
Well,
that shouldn't be a thing.
You gotta hold the middle.
Fire galley.
You gotta hold the middle. If you hold the middle, maybe you get away with it. The only other big unit that you want to go for with this Civ is the Jean Swordsman. And it's great against Feudal Age units, but you need to get to Castle Age.
Second fire galley arrives. Scouts are going for it. Is Hera thinking better of this? Sees with the spearman. Okay, you're not walling too much. What's going on here?
Yeah. I mean, if
This is
Viper
the
can hold
market.
this, this could be very good for him. Hera will take a lot of time to ever whittle these down. And so far, Hera, he just cannot move across the middle here.
He's sending the scouts the left-hand side around. Viper building 2 spearmen. Probably back for the wood line. Hera seeing, okay, your Castle Age might be quite quick. Let's get the market and try to match it.
Viper adding full walls. He did see a scout, so he knows that more scouts could be coming out. Full walls around, that'll be awkward for him. But he really might just need a spearman or 2, and I think he's adding the spearman or 2. So Hera had the highlight, but Viper's in a very good spot here, and he's not going to take too much damage.
Water full for him as well. Hera not contesting that.
Really wondering about that, Neely. I feel like if you know Viper's in the middle with 2 fires, with this economy, add a dock of your own on the side and start to compete with a couple Hulks. I feel like that should be the play here.
True. I think that absolutely could have been an option, especially because with Bengalis, the healing, right? So you always win the 1v1 fight.
Seriously, like flip the scoreline, right? Flip the situation, and we're sitting here saying, where's the dock? Where's the dock? To beat so-and-so, you're going to need the dock. And Hera's got the idea there. Villager's going to go to the right side. And
Not a lot of scouting by Hera behind his base, right? He's
Yeah.
only scouted forward, basically.
actually has a lot of exposed resources on the front as well. So if Viper can hold on, get to the Jean Swordsman, this could be very good. Hera's got archers, but the unit that the Jean Swordsmen are designed to beat is the archers.
Take a look, they're going through the middle.
Oh, no
Galleys
way.
are going to the right-hand side. Viper not expecting that. Hera wanted to test the waters. Galleys maybe coming in time. Viper, is he watching?
Yeah,
Can he deny the dock?
yeah, I think he's going to see it. I think he'll see it. He definitely sees it there. And the fires are still there patrolling in the middle, and the archers can't move out. It's tough to know what to do here if you're Hera. Do you want to move out with the archers?
He is actually just poking against the fires and is going back to the town center to heal up the archers again. He's just reducing the amount of HP on those fires.
Well, he's terrified. There's been an announcement, and the announcement is that archers are no longer safe. Please stay near your town centers for the foreseeable future. Do not move out of your base because Jean Swordsmen are coming, and Hera drops some gates and walls just at the perfect time. To be expected.
What's incredibly good against Giant Swordsmen, especially in low numbers, is the Monk. And Bengalis have incredibly good monks. Hera, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a crazy amount of monks again.
Yeah,
That Bengalis
absolutely.
game. Double monastery.
Double Monastery. Now, if Viper's going to see Double Monastery. He's going to assume that Hera is all in, but Hera's got a good economy here with the Bengali set up. So Hera's dropping town centers. I'd like to see Viper just pivot a little bit here. You get some raids and then add some economy yourself.
Yeah, that's his plan, right? He already has the fish, so that's good for him. Isn't going crazy. 2 TCs, I wouldn't be surprised. Now buying back stone for him. He might go 3 TC here.
Yeah, this is going to be the closest game of the series, maybe. Game 2, obviously, a bit closer, but, man, beautiful pickoff from Hera there. but it's still not an easy game for Hera to play here at all. Viper would be beating Hera's #1 civilization if he wins this game, so this would be the perfect bounce back.
Indeed, and then 2-1, feels like everything could happen there, but Hera just so good at defending. Also, if we're thinking that this game is going Imperial Age, Hera plays 3 TC, maybe 4 TCs, getting all those villagers extra. Once we are getting Imperial Age, will be nice for his economy.
So I'm in some practice discords. I talk to players, obviously not quite this level, but just trying to figure out these maps, right? And there's just these words that entered my mind on what to do on this map, and it was hold water and camp. Hold water and camp. And I bring that up because right now we've got all these other things going on, right? But Viper's got water, and he's got 3 TCs, right? So like water long term, all that gold around the shoreline, that is the biggest thing on this map. So I really like Viper's position right now.
Viper 7 on stone here. Is he trying to play Fire Archer?
I wonder if in Viper's mind he just feels like eventually these crossbowmen are going to be an issue. Eventually Hera's going to move out across the middle of the map. Sometimes you see a forward castle on this map as well.
Oh, and now the gate. Is he going for it again? That's a good spot for him. Some stragglers, but a bit too much of open ground.
It looked really good until we saw that whole area was open. Oh man, there goes Viper with another dock. Yeah, it's been a great game. I think for Viper, he needs some eco upgrades. But when you've got 9 fishing ships now versus 0, you're not going to complain. For Hera, I think you probably want to snag those relics. And he's already working on it. So on the left side, I think we see movement with the scouts. The right side as well, there's relics there. So 6 relics on the map. That's typically something Viper does a lot himself. I'm a little surprised that he hasn't had that focus yet.
Well, he built the monk, but instantly sniped by Hera, right? You kind of lose a bit of motivation then, and you still know that those 3 scouts are out on the map.
Yeah, that's true.
But left-hand side, they might be cleared up. They were patrolling aggressively, but no, Hera too good. Won't allow that.
Yeah, nice shot from Hera. This is just all about adding that economy and adapting here. Viper really needs this one, man. I mean, Hera has just been an absolute freight train so far. Nice find there from Viper, but Hera will fight back the scout. Beautiful recognition that the scout was weak, but still Viper's got galleys all along the shoreline. And if he ever spots a dock, he can just immediately add more ships to take it down as well.
Viper just sold 200 stones, so far away from thinking about building a castle anytime soon. Feels like, okay, I need more the assortment to defend against your aggression.
Yep. Does Viper see that? The ship is shaking his head no, like he didn't see it. And yep, he definitely didn't see it. That dock's going to go up, which means Hera can start to mix in some navy. There's no monks here for Hera. They're kind of behind, going for the relics. The Jean Swordsman should be pretty good, but Hera brings the monks forward, and with some good micro, oh, that could be a nice fight for Hera.
Yeah, one conversion alone can be a really nice swing, and Hera, that will be good for him. Might even save his monk here. Double conversion.
Yeah, monks are so strong. Monks are so strong in the hands of Hera. And the weird thing is, for anyone who tries to play monks, typically you're not able to have a very good economy when playing them at the same time. So I really like Hera's position there. He does lose a monk, but he also gets another conversion. And that dock being up starts to change Viper's thinking a little bit. Makes it a more complicated game.
4 galleys, 4 fire galleys for the Viper right now. Hulks, well, I think you need like 5, 6 against that to compete to maybe contest the fishing ships of the Viper. Viper, so far, not queuing anything extra out of his docks.
All right, Nilly, let's play a fun little game. This is all opinion, all right? So there's no right or wrong answers.
Ooh, okay.
I'm gonna ask you a question.
I hate that, but
I want 3 answers. Yeah, there's no right or wrong answers. Most overpowered ship in Age of Empires. Top 3, go.
Overpowered?
Yep. Okay, we're playing the game with the wrong person. You're thinking way too much. What you're supposed to say, Nilly, is Lu Schwans.
Lu Schwans.
Thank you, Lu Schwans.
But they're also the most expensive unit in the game.
It doesn't matter.
Okay,
That's not the conversation.
Lu Schwan, number 1. My opinion.
Yes, thank you. And the reason the Lu Schwans are the strongest is because their unique tech adds the extra projectiles. Think of like a cannon galleon and a Drummond combined, super strong in the middle.
Isn't that super overpowered?
I think it is.
That's my opinion.
I think maybe that's why it's the most expensive unit in the game.
Great input there from you.
Yeah, conversion's coming in here.
Oh, you don't want war galleys. +3 armor there. It can be too good. Doesn't get the conversion even.
I'm sorry about that, by the way. I said no wrong answers, and then it was me.
Yeah, and then I didn't know I was on a timer.
At a certain point, I think the viewers will want us to talk about the game again, so I always keep that in the back of my mind.
Was it that long?
Felt like a lifetime.
Castle in the middle, by the way.
Castle in the middle. Castle in the middle.
Observer, do your job.
Castle in the middle. Castle in the middle. Excuse me? I never expected this. Hera never expected this. Hera thought he had this locked down. He thought this was completely fine. Viper's castle going up there is huge here.
Will control gold, will control stone, will take away the farms. Relics won't really be able to be dropped off in those monasteries as well. Viper dives in deep. Hera, that will be tricky to defend.
It will be. It will be. Now he'll click up to the Imperial Age. He'll be in the Imperial Age before the Viper, but see what Viper chooses to do here. He's making some fire archers at the moment. He's getting more eco-techs, but when he sees the castle from Hera on the back, that should tell him Hera's going Imperial Age for trebuchets.
And now the second aggressive castle here, Viper. That is an interesting all-in. This feels a bit like an MBL playstyle against someone that has a better economy. Viper's trying to make something happen, but this castle is actually not giving him that much.
This would be a masterpiece, or it could be a disaster piece, but there is a chance that Viper's plan is actually to go full-on fire archer. Fire archers do damage against buildings. They have unique tech as well, and the unique tech will be perfect. Pause here. We have some time to look at it. The unique tech gives you additional damage against buildings. So with double castle, fletching, and fire archers being produced, I'm thinking that maybe, just maybe, Viper might consider it.
But how many fire archers can you get out? Because those castles will go down in 2 minutes in time, plus a bit of traps. Like you have 4 minutes basically where you can produce out of those 2 castles.
Yeah, I mean, there's some people who think that unit is cool. I've never heard anyone say that unit is really overpowered. Viper, though, he does have some relics on the way home. We will be back into it here in a second.
We see Viper talking, so right now he's communicating with the admin. They're all in the call connected.
Yeah. Well, we'll keep you guys updated on the situation here. Would be a very late call for a bug or something like that.
Yeah. By the way, our head is sheep missing at the start. Let's restart. And this time Hera is not allowed to quick wall.
Yeah, also could be a tech issue. We've had some tech issues here. Just stupid things like a mouse not cooperating or a keyboard or something. Viper saying it was a lag spike, and we are back into this here.
Honestly, this was good for Hera, right? Because this is such a tricky situation for Hera. Taking the speed out of the game a bit and time to breathe, thinking about the defense could actually help him.
Absolutely, and honestly, what has been good for Hera is also just his gameplay to hold against this. But I think we're going to see exactly what we said here. I think it's just going to be full-on archers from Viper. Double castle. I mean, it's an interesting one, Nilly. I feel like at the very least you're throwing something at Hera that he's probably never played up against at this level before.
Very likely, very likely. And now the Siege Workshop behind this. The Viper not queuing up too much more. 1 single fire archer finished, 2 more villagers. He will imp behind this.
Well, I'm wondering if he will imp because he's made enough fire archers where I'm feeling like he would go for the unique tech. And the unique tech makes a lot of sense if you're making fire archers, right? He's getting ballistics.
What wood for ballistics?
Yeah, I don't actually know myself because it's so new, the exact cost of the unique tech. It would be the gray crown, I believe. So Viper should be able to research it. And it's 400 food and 250 gold. Oh, goodness, that's so expensive. That's such a large portion of the Imperial Age.
Well, castle check. I think this has to be the full delete, or does he really want to commit against those monks? Oh, this will be 3-4-3 trade. Not even sure if he gets too many.
Yeah, the Jean swordsmen just aren't an answer for the monks. Hera has shown that. Hera's definitely going to be in a position to push those castles back. Hera as well using the monks here. Viper's military hasn't done a lot. The castle spot was exciting, but could it have just been better for him to go to the Imperial Age the second after he dropped the castle? It looked like the resources were there.
You just wanted to put another wild castle at the front, trying to buy time for himself. Maybe, oh wow, that is a definition of a Viper castle.
It is, but let's see where Hera sends the Jean swordsman he converted, Nilly, because he saw those villagers, and he has Jean swordsman now. And he should know that those are actually the fire archers that are about to be mauled by a bear. But okay, he's sending the units to the right and the left side, which is very smart.
Wargelly can help out a bit though. And Viper, maybe he's just... Maybe it was the Viper in your Discord channel all along.
Saying that the Luchuans were overpowered. Yeah. It wasn't, but it was still a very good player.
Arriving. Viper, he doesn't have enough defense here.
Yeah, that hurts for Viper. But honestly, I think that Viper's economy behind this is still very solid, and he's now getting the unique technology. Now, again, forgive me, this is a semifinal, I should know. I want to see the costs on both of these unique techs again. They're very much relevant for Viper's civilization. That technology there, that's the one you want, not the first one. The first one affects the fire archers, which he is still making, but it's the next one. That is insane with the Lush Wands.
Let's see, maybe some stone walls at the sides could be good, especially against the raids, right? Hera setting himself up really nicely. 46 farmers, already last armor upgrade on those, light cap as well. Viper, he could get raided quite heavily if he isn't careful.
And I think he has the warning here, Nili. He has the warning. He's getting raided there. That's an excellent find. But he knows light cav are on the field. I even think stone walls through the middle. Stone walls are more important than castles right now for the Viper.
Viper, that is kind of an interesting move, sending more villagers here, but can't really protect them. Fourth armor upgrade is in. That's a lot of villagers dying.
Hera will gladly take this. He's just spamming light cap. The light cap just costs food. It's not a problem for him. He's got plenty of it. His trebuchets are getting to work against castles here. He'll take down one. He'll probably take down two. Viper can make traction traps now, which is also very strong with the Civ, but there's no real military for Viper to protect any siege on the front, and it is a doubt castle here for Viper. Hera's gonna take the hill for himself.
That castle should fall to Lushuan though. Right? It should absolutely be in range of our strongest, most imbalanced ship that we have in the game.
Yeah, maybe. But I don't know how good Viper's eco is. And as someone wisely pointed out, the ship is very expensive, Nili. And the resources are not looking very balanced for Viper. He doesn't have a lot of wood. His villagers have been spending a lot of time either dying or inside of town centers. And Hera has a 156 villager economy. He hasn't had a single fishing ship this game. Who needs it?
Absolute madness. And Viper with one villager on wood for quite a long time. Those war galleys not even protecting the middle well enough. Yeah, we see some reinforcement trying to defend this one. But Hera, it feels like his economy is just so much better.
Yeah, I felt like this was an even game, and Viper felt like he had to do so much to break Hera, which is understandable. But with some confidence, Viper could have maybe just relaxed with the water control. Relaxed, stuck to the game plan, hold with the Navy, defend the sides. But now he's super exposed. He doesn't have any of the side control. He's still wide open through the middle. Hera's just going to use the monks against the Navy, walk right through the middle right now.
Good for Vipers that he secured 5 relics behind this. So if we are thinking super long game, this can be quite nice. And this game, since it played so passively in Feudal Age, can still take a really long time.
Also good for Viper is Hera. He doesn't really have much beyond the light cav and the monks, and eventually you would expect that you need a little bit more. But maybe I'm wrong on that, because he finds some damage with the light cav there in the back of Viper's base. And he is pulling back his trebuchets and his monks against the John Swordsman in the middle.
That's so many dead villagers, and Viper's not properly reacting. What is happening here?
He doesn't see it. He doesn't see it. Or if he does see it, no, I think he does see it because there's units back there. It just still might not even be enough, Nili. My question is, does a light cav win a 1v1 against the John Swordsman and Imp?
I don't think so.
But it's close.
Better.
It's close, right?
Yeah.
And then the light cav only costs food, which means I think Hera's going to really like the situation with the light cav.
Big fight in the middle as well. This one is getting cleared up. The galleons won't be enough. Those monks, simply with all the upgrades, so good against this. Maybe pikemen is the better way than the John Swordsman here.
Yeah, Bengali Navy. That's something we haven't really talked a lot about. And Hera used that time to drop some docks here. He's got the warships upgrade. He's queuing up some fires. He's queuing up some hawks. Hera so close to being able to get the stone to lock down the left-hand side as well. I think pretty soon Viper's only advantage, which has been the water, is going to start slipping away.
This is now full switch onto the water fight. And Viper, with more Gen Swordsmen and more fire archers in the queue, I think might be misreading this situation. He needs to fully commit while Loch says hello.
Yeah, Viper's chances are sinking like the Loch Ness Monster is into the pond there. This is just not looking good for him. His population tells us maybe he's got one last fight. It is still the 5 relics in the bank that gives him a good chance as well. But there's still a lot of gold on the map. Most of the gold is still on the sides here. So Hera even goes for ship right now, just in case this game is extremely long.
Or just faster production, right?
Yeah.
I think that makes a lot of sense. But we will have big fights in the middle soon.
There's one other player that I saw research ship right on this map this week. That player is waiting for the winner of this one in the final right now. Perhaps just experience with the preparation to realize it's very hard to win this game right away, and that you have to go for the technologies that can give you the best chances Hera also researched Mahayana a long time ago. Not a very easy tech to research. That means your villagers and monks take up less population space, and he's benefited from that.
Very nice. Oh, that could be left-hand side, could be that castle. Villager maybe pushed away. If that one is low HP, James Hoffman might be attacking the castle, 26 HP, but no more villagers arriving.
Yeah, Viper doesn't see it, and the light cover good enough. Hera's castle will definitely go up. I think we're about to see a whole lot of boats in the middle. That's a lot of fast fire ships.
Heated shot.
Heated shot from Viper. Heated shot from Hera might even be a play as well, as we'll see more castles and towers on the shoreline. Is Viper stabilizing now? I kept waiting for him to die. He's got 5 relics. He does still have Lushwans, and we're going to see them. For the first time, we're going to see Lushwans.
That's so crazy. Heavy demo is an option for the Wu. Could maybe go for that against the mass fast fires here.
That's
not some Hulks.
Sorry. The Hulks got upgraded. So the Hulks got upgraded. I got excited. But what you need of your Viper is you need a unit that can kill off multiple units very quickly and also help you take down buildings. I think Lushwan is just the perfect play. But maybe he needs some more fast fires of his own. Hera's just got so many of them. The light cav in the back. Viper's building castles that I don't think necessarily are part of the plan. That's a castle to just try and keep yourself in this game, in the series. Hera will find crazy damage, and he's also going to clear up everything in the middle.
Why is Viper not going for more Karak? That would be the answer against all the fires here. I'm so surprised.
Yeah, I just don't think this game has gone. I don't think this game has been one that Viper can think about too much. After he dropped those castles, he was hoping those castles would end the game, that he wouldn't have to adapt towards the late game here. But that is just not going to be enough to beat Hera in this form. Oh man, Hera's killed 91 eco this game. He's lost 24. And Hera is going to slowly but surely push the middle back now.
There is a counter triangle on water, and Karaks are the counter to fires, and we don't see a single Karak being built by the Viper after the initial 3. I'm so surprised by this choice.
Yeah, and you gotta wonder, was it ever gonna be enough? Hera's economy was so good. He knew when those castles came in that he could relax, he could treb that back. I think of the options that Viper had in that moment, he might have gone for the worst possible options, to be honest with you. I would have preferred Ram and John Swordsman against that over the Fire Archers. I would have preferred not making Fire Archers, not getting the upgrades for them, and just going in and playing traction trebs.
Yeah, with our knowledge, right? And that's the big difference, right? We see everything. A forward castle, then falling back and just playing to him with water control would have been the dream. Just stonewall the sides, Luchuan play, and Hera can't really break you. Maybe Viper thought Hera's economy was so much better and that Hera was now getting greedy, right? And only wanted to play monk defense. Against pure monks, that would have been tricky, but this already was a massive, massive advantage for Hera very early on.
This is how the game started, and this is just what the confident players are able to do. They're able to envision that. They'll let that army come through. When you already have 2 wins, you feel like you can do no wrong, and then this is where I thought the game was very good. And this is where I'm a little confused, Nilly. I completely agree with what you said, that maybe Viper thought that he was behind in eco. But he had fished the whole game, and he dropped town centers very early. So the game seemed very close. The castles came in. There was nothing Hera could do about that. Viper spent a lot of resources on unique technologies and fire archers. Hera made it to imp before Viper had clicked. And this is where Hera started to claw his way back into the game.
It feels like Viper didn't respect the armor of the monks enough.
Yeah. Yeah, there were a lot of engagements against monks there.
And he didn't get the kills.
Yeah.
Right? Multiple times.
Also, another game where maybe devotion is an opportunity. There's an opportunity for devotion.
And he had a monastery so early.
Yep, the monastery was there. Nilly, when I think of high-level Age of Empires, when I think of...
Is he going downstairs? That was just a trick. There was no stairs.
Oh, I've never seen that before.
Maybe there's an elevator. Oh, there was no elevator. Okay.
Thank you for the distraction, Riley. When I think about, yes, round of applause for Riley there, round of applause. But when I think about high-level AoE, it comes down to incremental advantages, right? And so a player will get a slight lead, they will set that up with the next lead, and everyone who tries to beat who they perceive as a better player will skip the incremental advantages portion of the game at some point. And that's what I saw there. We had 3 TCs from Viper, we had water control from Viper, we saw the double castle. I think you think, all right, we got the slight map control lead. We sit back, we play the late game, we play Lushwans. He went for the full crazy kill, unique unit. I think he's struggling for confidence right now.
Are you 100% sure that he had Lushwans as part of his game plan?
No, but I think it's really good, and I
think it is.
Yeah.
It clearly it should have been, right? Because it is incredibly good against buildings and other ships. Which is really unique.
Yeah.
He had enough water control. Could have been option. He could have denied the redox.
Could have pivoted at any point. You have a barracks there. As we see our live crowd cheering. As we see there's a Doubt fan here.
No doubt. Someone got a lot of signatures there as well.
Are they cheering for Doubt at the moment? We did see a Doubt castle, so there was your Doubt sighting, everyone.
Maybe she's still watching beauties from Red Bull Wololo 3.
I know Doubt is.
Every morning when he wakes up.
Oh, we love Doubt. Let's see if Viper can turn it around. Viper going for what I believe is his #1 Civ pick here. It has not been the dream semifinal for him. Hera 1 win away from booking his spot in the final. The final will be where, Nilly?
In the Royal Albert Hall.
Wow.
Centre of London. And happy Easter, everyone. Look at those pretty Easter bunnies.
Viper Civilization gets additional villagers for every eco tech. So that's a villager lead for Viper already after that wood upgrade. Might see him squeeze in some other upgrades, Nilly, as well, just to get the additional vills. But Hera's here quickly, and Hera's Civ is one of the most devastating if playing full archers.
Let's see. Archers against this. Archers against archers. And you said faster shooting, so Viper heads up fight. Shouldn't really win this.
Yeah, I mean, I think that for Viper, he might want to play in towards skirmishers or something. If you play in towards archers, then from there, you're likely going to be out-microed.
Out-microed and
out-fired. Outgunned, yeah, exactly. But I don't mind 2 archers here, Nilly. You add 2 archers, you get the villager lead, and then you switch into skirmishers. A really healthy food eco behind it, and skirmishers is a good option for Viper. And Hera's clearly expecting that. Yeah. He's building the stable here. I'd need to know if Viper actually saw that, though, because the stable positioning is key. Hera hid that intentionally. Knowing if Viper spots that really helps us decide what on earth he's going to transition into. Viper's still just making archers, though.
Hera knows exactly what he's up against, right? He sees now the Viper moving out there. Those are exposed villagers. If Hera is going for full aggression and all the military upgrades are indicating that he wants to go for full aggression, he could maybe punish this. Yeah, there was a scout slipping through. Did Viper see it?
No, he didn't see it. Yeah, so Viper's doing the right things here. He's looking for the follow-up, but he's not doing the right things here because the micro from Hera is, again, just slightly better, and Hera jumps on the army, and it has just been the theme of the semifinal. Hera kills the army, and Viper's got to be wondering what has gone wrong today.
Needs to build the tower immediately, but goes for the second archer range. Quick ones need to be there. Saves those villagers. Nice job for now, but this is just panic, and more villagers could go down. Archers are around. Scouts are squeezing in.
Oh, man, when Viper is fully locked in, those walls get down. The timing is there, but Hera is here, just like game #1, half a second faster. And it just feels so difficult for Viper to have bonuses right now, and this is only 4 military units from Hera.
But he gets the value done. He's microing against the archers quite nicely there at the top. Villagers going down, and that scout still has armor. That's why he's fighting this well.
Yeah, also, Viper does get the quick wall, but the archer's still there. You can't quick wall an archer. Can Hera get the kill? Can Hera get the kill? He won't get it. Viper saves it. Maybe this is okay. He is the
Scout is back, though. Saves it for now.
Is it coming back?
Archer at the right-hand side arriving. Viper, run! Run!
I feel like we need to write a movie about that villager's life. Put that villager on a farm with a family to live happily ever after.
He has some stories to tell.
Hera's still coming, though. Hera's still coming. There's been no counter damage here from Viper. The efficiency for Viper's eco is obviously way off. He spent a lot of time house walling. He's got to stabilize, but the military count is still the problem here.
The villager most likely dying. Scouts surrounding this one quite nicely. Yeah, skirms and archers are fighting, but with the armor upgrade, that might not be enough. Yoink.
Hera's going to look for that weak vill. That weak vill is going to be on a farm somewhere, and he's going to find it. He looked at that one. That one's full HP, but he's about to get another villager killed, Nilly. What is happening here? What is happening? It's not even close. Hera is just destroying him. Viper can't keep up with it. The skirmishers and the archers are just... It's a mix that in theory could work. but they're just chasing, you're just stabilizing. This is not the position you need to be in if you're Viper.
Villagers relatively even behind this though, because Hera has a lot of IWTC, plus Viper got his extra villager from the eco upgrade. But the main story, top right of your screen.
Yeah, I'm wondering what Hera chooses to do now, because he's seeing a healthy mix of archers and skirms. Ethiopians don't have the best knights, but there's our answer. He's on 2 ranges, so Hera feels pretty content. The scouts did enough. If he can just make it to Castle Age faster here, he can still play crossbowmen against feudal age units.
Crossbow plus Siege Workshop, I think, should be the pretty easy play for him.
I don't love that farm on the front, Nilly. Like the farm on the front, where are you going to get hit? It's going to be there. But there's just a lot about Viper's position at the moment that leaves a lot to be desired. It is extremely difficult to turn this one around. If you need a momentum swing, coming back in this game would be it. But Hera, it just seems so locked in at the moment.
Yeah, just imagine Viper winning this game, and then Hera would be like, okay, what went wrong here? Could maybe shake up his mindset a bit, and then the Cinderella story for Viper could continue. But for now, Hera making all the right decisions and just falling back, trying to keep his his army alive to upgrade it.
Viper knows everything we're saying, by the way. He feels really awkward. I'm sure he's still very happy to be here, very happy for the experience. But this is not a position that he is going to enjoy to be in, and he will know that Hera's about to be on the way to Castle Age. Hera's got to dance his way in the most awkward fight we've seen in a while. He has to keep every single archer alive. He does have the scouts with armor and some great patience here, but it's getting a little nasty with his gold there as well. And there he goes. He's in the next stage. He can get the upgrades. Viper will dive for the archers. That's the key. Hera is sidestepping. He goes in with the scouts. His upgrades are going to be in about 20 seconds, and Viper has not done enough to clear this.
And some of the skirmishers shooting the villagers. That's exactly what Hera wanted here, and those archers are getting cleared up. More resources for reaching the next stage here for the Ethiopians, and this is its timing. How can Viper do the Siege Workshop is being dropped? Could even be more aggressively.
It could even see the GG.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
look at that.
You hate to see it, of course, right? But like, he's down 3 games. He's still 90 seconds away from Castle Age. Like, this is a really rough position for Viper, and he knows it.
Viper queued up archers, cancelled. Queued up skirms, cancelled. Right now, nothing in the queue.
He went to stone for Tiger Cap. That's an interesting move. That's an interesting move. That's maybe his best play against all-in archers. The Wei do have a unit designed for that. And it's also good against Siege, Nilly. It's incredible against Siege. Can he get there?
I wouldn't be surprised if he's trying to get this tower up and then just buy like 400 stone with all his gold.
It feels like maybe the thinking to go tower was a little too late there, right? He had some time. Had he thought about towers a bit earlier, maybe could have worked out. Knight has gotten through. That's a problem. Farmer on the front is still there. That's going to be a problem as well. Tower still denied. The Viper does have a counterattack.
Yeah, it's 2 archers from the bottom. I think 5 archers from the top coming in there, but Viper with the Ethiopians. Can he see this earlier? No outpost so far.
Yeah, Sieges we still haven't even seen yet is about to arrive. Viper needs to get that castle up quickly. He's going to place a very safe castle. That's a castle you place when you know your opponent could add mangonels. And when you know you need it up quickly. Viper's whole economy building it. We know Tiger Cav are strong. Are they strong enough to fight back this much army?
Oh, their pierce armor, right, is what's really carrying them. The archers won't do the greatest job, but Viper losing quite a bit to the town center here, and the counterattack basically ends here.
Oh man, I mean, there will be 1 archer there, but that won't be enough. Amazing play from Hera to realize that and defend, in all honesty. Does Hera know about the castle now? If he knew about the castle, I think he would be making monks. He doesn't know.
Did he scout the stone? I don't think so either, right?
Nope, no. Stone's in the back.
So it will be a slight surprise, but still, like, you're playing against one of the greatest players in the world in the semi-final of a $200,000 tournament. It's not like the opponent is taking their hands away. Now he gets the confirmation. Yeah,
I actually don't love that Viper even showed the Tiger Cav there. Maybe I'm being too critical. I prefer you, the first time you show the Tiger Cav, you loop around and kill those crossbowmen. That's good, though. 1 unit going forward is really nice.
You don't need to clear those up, right? You're not scared about getting housed. And this is not really doing any damage right now.
Yeah, true. Yeah. But the counterattack's going to be critical. Ethiopians do get camels. The camel should be very nice against the Tiger Cav, but Hera doesn't have 2 stables. He just has 1. And the Tiger Cav are on the way.
Okay, but 1 Tiger Cav alone should not do the job here. Thinks better of it. 4 pierce armor, those crossbows. Right now, only doing 2 damage per shot. If we get the second armor upgrade, only 1 damage per shot.
See if the Tiger Cav can get there. We have Tiger Cav active through the middle. There was a villager there building an outpost. That goes down. Viper has the villager lead. A villager lead. A single villager lead.
And that's only with one single eco upgrade, right?
Yeah.
Surprisingly enough.
Wow.
So he can catch up or get an advantage even bigger.
Yeah, Hera maybe a little later to some of these town centers than we're expecting, but he is on 2. He will drop the 3rd, and he will drop some monks as well. Long term on this map, there's a lot of stone and gold through the middle, but neither player able to take that. Nice shot from Viper to hold on. I was getting ready to talk about Royal Albert Hall tomorrow and talk about the finals. Viper's like, not yet, dude, not yet.
There's a unit, there's a castle, there's a dream for the Vipers to still make this a full set. Monks are being produced as well for some healing for the Tiger Cav and maybe dealing with all those camels that are defending. But Hera, he doesn't mind that this game is slowing down, being up 1 TC, so soon 2.
Yeah, and Hera will know. It's like this unit is a very expensive unit, which Viper needed a castle to get to. Viper took a lot of damage in terms of efficiencies at the very least. Nice conversion there from Hera. Over here, I think Viper got a conversion. So both players lose a monk. Hera, a couple villagers lead. And he will know that more Tiger Cav are coming. I'm wondering, what should Viper do in this situation? I'm just expecting the eco, Nilly. Like, at the very least, some eco upgrades.
Viper's all inning. Look at his stone. He will pull the MBL, I believe. And
Maybe.
we'll just pull like 20 villagers forward and try to make something happen through the center.
I actually agree with you. I think that based on the game state, was what I expected. But now he's dropping the town center. And maybe he will shift. Maybe he realizes the all-in's maybe not going to be quite enough. Maybe he can't make the progress across the map.
Saw enough camels, saw enough crossbows, and has very little vision through the center.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, I think for Viper, he's clearly remembering the relics. He's looking for those, paying very close attention to the north. Should expect that Hera's going to be in the south. If you're going to drop a castle, you might expect Hera to have a TC there and go that direction.
But you just cross that with your Tiger Cav, right? So he knows actually Hera is really compact and at home. So might think, okay, if I want to do major damage, it has to be through the center.
Hera drops a gate, which does absolutely nothing. But he did drop a gate. And Viper, heading this way, should tell Hera there's probably more army coming this way as well.
That's also the army that killed the monk earlier, right? Tries to squeeze through there at the edge of the map.
Man, the camels able to get so much speed. And there we go, Tiger Cav against Camel. Camel should be very good here in normal scenario. Tiger Cav are a bit unique though. They get more HP and they get more attack when they get a kill. So Tiger Cav, not your average cavalry.
Taking a small engagement there, small win. Viper now moves out, builds another mining camp at the front without an extra TC. That kind of indicates he wants to play and finish this game with 2 town centers.
Also indicates he really needs gold right now. Like, he really needs gold. I think he's out of gold in the back. Remember, I think he bought stone to get to the castle, and then that gold's very clearly on the front.
Only now getting bloodlines as well. TC's idle for Hera as well. Could go for some pikemen, or do you think camels is just the way to go to have more mobility?
Hera's just going to play Camel and Monk and Imp, but I think for the average viewer watching, you might want to consider some pikes as well, yes. But Hera shows he likes to streamline towards 1 or 2 units and then put the rest of the investment into the economy. And I think it's a really good decision here. The problem with pikemen, as we saw in the other game, they're simply too slow. And players with mobility can outrun you. So Hera's doing the right things here. Or were you saying maybe Viper could go pikeman?
I don't really think that's an option, right? 14 crossbows still on the field.
I think Viper is hoping that the Tiger Cav are so broken that you can just fight straight up and win the fight. And if there was a unit in the game that could do this, it would be this unit right here. I personally still think this needs a series of nerfs.
Viper needs to send villagers now. He shouldn't wait for 650 stone and only then move out. It's time to move out ASAP. Look at that, Hera even moved in. Small check. Look, where's your army? All good?
The thing is, if he meets resistance, and he has every single time he moves forward, he's going to doubt that he can do that, Nilly, and then he might just end up building a second castle
A bit
at
out
home.
of position, here's Hera.
Here we go. Hera's crossbow's backing away. Viper thinks it looks good. The camels are arriving behind, and there's also monks as well, and now Viper needs to back away.
Conversions are locked in on both sides. Gets the double conversion against the Tiger Cav here. Maybe switching the conversions. Indeed, that's what's happening. Does he really want to take the engagement? It feels like Viper needs to take a decisive victory ASAP, but needs to wait for a second armor upgrade as well.
Nice conversions. Viper converts the units back, but again, clock is ticking. Hera's economy has been better. Hera's still churning out more camels. Hera maybe intentionally baited Viper into that fight with the crossbowman on the front. And I think Hera with these upgrades is going to test it himself. Can he win? Can he clear the Tiger Cav with camels without bloodlines? Viper's so indecisive. He wants a forward castle. I think he's deciding to do exactly what you're saying, Nilly. One big fight through the middle and then a forward castle.
Sold 500 wood for a lot of gold. More Tiger Cav in the queue, and now goes for Janbei Rider to counter the camels.
Takes a lot of time though. You need technologies from the blacksmith you should all have. You need a university and technologies there. And by the time you get there, by the time you're happy with your numbers, Hera's already going to be 30 or 40 villagers ahead. This action, this switch from Viper, if it was going to happen, needed to happen a whole lot earlier. Hera just holding the middle patiently, and Viper is going to defensive castle and go to the north.
Okay, but is that enough timing? Because those camels, they now know, okay, you're not here, where are you going to be? And he's been running back, like that's an easy callback for him, and the outpost, perfect, absolutely perfect for Hera.
Yeah, exactly, and Hera has a Civ. Hera has a Civ that has the most vision on outposts in Castle Age, so there should truly be no surprises. He can see all of Viper's economy back there as well. Viper doesn't see any of this, and Viper's attacking the outpost like, oh crap. Like, he's gonna know where I am, and here are the camels!
Viper's imping behind this. Villagers absolutely unscared. Just putting the town center. Now he's controlling both of the gold and stone areas. Viper's going there as well. Will be a contest at the top. Viper can't really protect it too well, though.
Man, dude. Man, I mean, yesterday was so competitive, right? The games were so good. But so the best players just feel inevitable at times. And right now, Hera feels inevitable that he'll end up in Royal Albert Hall tomorrow against the other player who seemed inevitable. The other player who's only lost one game this entire tournament, by the way. But it's not there yet. I feel like if there was a window for Viper, maybe it's about to close when Hera reaches the Imperial Age. If Hera can upgrade those camels, if he can get his unique technology, it's going to be almost impossible for Viper to fight this back with full cav.
But crossbow coming in and can easily clear up some of those villagers. Nice snipes. Viper gets away with 3 of them, and yeah, the unique attack there, and the camels, they should perform really well against those Tiger Cav.
Yep, heavy camel is an option. The armor or the attack. I guess it would be the attack for Hera would be the option, because Ethiopians do lack the final armor. Problem for Hera is his crossbows are now separated from the camels by the rock there. So he doesn't have all of his numbers. He'll go for conversions. He does have some camels. Here we go, big fight. But I think Hera maybe should back off here with the camels.
Well, he's just trying to save all his crossbows, right? That's why he took the fight a bit longer there with the camels.
Yeah.
Waits for more of his other camels to ride from the top.
Yeah, I think that fight will be, you will consider acceptable. He also protected his castle in the north. There's the Imperial Age time. Viper's taking this trade before Hera gets the upgrade, so that could be good in theory. But the units are still rather weak. The unique technology is on the way for Hera. Hera doesn't even need the unique technology to kill these units.
Trying to get it now, and those Tiger Cav, they are leaving. They're trying to maybe combine some forces with some of their new friends, but it just feels like there's so much army now from Hera.
Viper's gonna make it to the Imperial Age. He will be 40 or 50 villagers behind. He will be behind by the same amount of military. I think he might still be in this game solely because he knows this would be the end for him, and he will be out in the semifinals. No Albert Hall for him. I think beyond just winning the tournament, beyond the prize pool, beyond whatever the motivations are, the memory of playing on the stage in Royal Albert Hall is probably one of the biggest things players really are fighting for today. And, oh man, it just feels like that dream has slipped away here for Viper. I don't see any way back.
We simply are living in an Age of Empires world where we have a clear number 1 and 2 in the world.
Yeah.
They have been delivering with incredible finals over and over again. Leary, maybe even looking sharper than ever. Hera, our number 1 in the world. And it feels like they should be the one deserving the final.
And I think if you want a competitive final,
that is the best.
I really think that is the best final, especially for Empire Wars. The last couple times they played, it has gone the distance. But let's see, Hera, can he finish it off here? Viper's upgraded the Tiger Cav. There we go. They're elite now. He's got 23 of them, but he only has 67 villagers. Oh man, 80 population ahead for Hera. He should know it now. He should be feeling his heartbeat and excitement for the cheers and for the moment that will be tomorrow. Viper is gonna tap out and Hera does it. Final in Royal Albert Hall for Hera. What a performance.
He is the best player in the world that we have right now. The only one that could contest him would be Leary. Best of 9 tomorrow.
Yeah, and Leary knows him well. Leary will know his style because they're teammates, they're friends, but they'll know each other. And Hera's gotta recognize just how big that win was. I think, honestly, he just started off so much stronger. I think that for Viper, it was maybe tough for him to get into his best Age of Empires. Viper congratulates him, the crowd cheering for Hera. And I'm guessing most of the crowds here will be there tomorrow.
Most likely,
it's a much bigger venue, so. Wow. Dominant performance. We'll see what Riley and Hera have to say.
Yes, indeed. Well, what a series we've just seen, a display of utter dominance from Hera. But Hera, before we get into talking to you about what we've just seen, my friends, let's put our hands together. Let's congratulate our gallant runner-up in this